Welcome back. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Dr. Burroughs. I'm the band teacher at Ernie Davis Academy, and I'm a trumpet player. I also work with the high school marching band with the brass section, and what I'd like to do in today's video is take you through the brass warm-up packet that I give to the high school brass students at marching band. I have uploaded this for you to the district website so that you can print it out for your instrument and follow along. If you're having a hard time finding it on the district website, please check in with your band teacher and I can make sure that they get a copy of it to get to you. It looks something like this. Actually, it will look exactly like this, except this is the trumpet version because I'm going to be playing it on trumpet today. So what I'd like for us to do is I'm going to play the first exercise and then I'll give you a chance to pause and then you can play it and then you can unpause. And then I'll go on to the next one, etc. Okay? Now, if you are a younger student and you're looking at this and you're panicking because I don't know all those notes and all of that, this is totally up to you. You can do as much as you can. If there are notes that you don't know, this is a good time to pull out that fingering chart that's in the back of your lesson book and you can learn some new notes. If there's something that's too high for you, I don't want you to worry about that right now. Just stop if it gets to be too high. I don't want anybody to be squeezing and forcing out any high notes because that's not an efficient or sustainable way to play those high notes. The note may come out, but you're going to hurt yourself and that's not the way you want to do it anyway. So it's better to just keep playing, getting stronger, becoming more efficient, and then those high notes will just be easier. So if you're not there yet, I'm not worried about it. So just go as much as you can. If it's too high, stop. All right, so I would like to start with the first one. As you can see, it's called a flow study. It's called a flow study because your sound is flowing and staying the same no matter what. So you use really steady air and you listen to the sound you're making. You don't want high notes to sound squeezed. You don't want low notes to sound tubby. You want everything to have that same beautiful quality of sound. Okay, so let's try number one, the flow study. Now pause and you try. Okay, moving on to number two, more flow studies. This is that same pattern, but not in every key. Going down chromatically. You can do each of these in all of those keys chromatically all the way down. I've just written this out in a more abbreviated way so that it doesn't take as long, but you feel free to expand it out as much as you want. This flow study takes that same pattern and just extends yourself up one note, one note, one note until you're up pretty high. This is one where if it gets to where you start to squeeze, I want you to stop. Okay? Here's number two, more flow studies. that you have time for your notes to speak, but don't go so slow that you can't do it all in one breath. You do want this to all be in one breath. Now pause and you try. Okay, number 3 is more lip slurs. If you did the first video with me, I did some lip slurs with you. This is more of the same, but just in a different pattern. So here's number 3, lip slurs. Again, feel free to go slower if you need to, especially at first, and then speed it up as you're comfortable. You don't want to go faster than you can play that cleanly. If you have garbage between your notes or there's smearing or anything, go as slow as you can to get those notes to slot right like they're on different shelves. Okay? So take a second and pause and try that. Okay, on to the last exercise, articulation. The idea of this one is to make sure that you're keeping your articulation nice and bouncy and you're not getting bogged down. I like to think of it as the air is like water and your notes are like rocks that are skipping across. So the water stays the same, the notes just bounce across, and it doesn't really disturb everything too much. So that's what we want to do. Now this is the same pattern written out chromatically down. So let's try this one. Again, if you can't go as fast as I'm going, go as slowly as you need to. Just try to keep it steady. If you want to put a metronome on, that's a really good tool. If you don't have a metronome, there are free downloadable apps that are metronomes. There's also ones available online. It's a really good tool that you should all have. So here's number 4, articulation. So again, we're going for cleanliness while I turn the page. Oh, shoot. Oops. thanks for checking in today. Again, do that as slowly as you need to. I don't want you to go so fast that it's sloppy and you're not practicing it correctly. It's fine if you have to go really, really slow. It's fine if you start off and you're only able to do 1 or 2 lines and add some more the next day. That's fine. Just do what you can do, and this will help get you started on your brass fundamentals while we're out of school. So thanks for tuning in today, and check back in for more videos. Thank you.